Alright, what's up guys? In today's video, we're going to take a look at the long range meta right now before the new season drops. We're going to be carrying all of the top range weapons and rank them and what I think are the best weapons you should be using and which guns you should take out of your loadout. So the reason we're going to be going back to making videos is this comment right here you guys see on the screen. He commented saying, hey man, I unsubscribed because you don't post videos anymore. I don't have any excuses. You guys can see I'm missing teeth. That kind of made me lose a lot of my confidence to record on video because I lost my teeth, okay? So I am back. I plan on making meta videos. The new season drops soon. We're going to drop the video today. So if you guys want to see more, subscribe down below. Leave a comment. We go in depth on these videos, probably more than anybody on YouTube. So let's jump right into it. All right, so on the screen, you guys can see we have all of the long range weapons. I think it's like 15 different weapons. All the names on the left. The fire rate, these are most recent patches which have been changed or nerfed. The STG was nerfed. In the range category, the STG was nerfed, and the XM4 was nerfed, and the Cooper got a buff. The velocity category in green is all of the guns that got a buff, which was all the Vanguard weapons. I believe they buffed the MX silencer, and a bunch of them got their fast firing mags, their bullet velocity taken away as far as the negatives that it got. And then the only gun that actually lost TTK and the nerfs was the XM4. So basically that's everything we have here. So these guns are sorted in order of the fastest killing guns up to their base range. So you guys will see that Cooper Carbine still once again top tier. That NZ-41 is now the new meta weapon. This gun has literally zero recoil. And then we have the 7.62 STG ammo. So we kind of compare. Those are our top three weapons. You guys can see my rankings, top three here. The one big negative with that NZ-41, besides the obvious range, is that bullet velocity. What a lot of people don't understand is when you have guns such as the NZ-41 and the STG, which have a 24 millisecond difference in actual TTK, when that bullet velocity is traveling, you're talking about killing someone at 50 meters away, with the bullet velocity of the STG being 60% better, your TTKs are probably going to be about equal. So you guys can see there's a 14 millisecond difference at range. But with the bullet velocity of the STG being faster, it probably is going to kill faster because its bullets travel faster. So that's where the bullet velocity of the NZ-41 is pretty bad. The Cooper is below average and the range is horrendous. So those two guns are in my top three because their recoil is good. They have good mobility. TTK is top tier. They just absolutely lack in range and bullet velocity, which makes them better for aggressive players in the mid-range, which is why I think the STG is still and will always be the current king. The mobility is incredible because you're using the 7.62 ammo, which increases your movement, your ADS, all the things that make the gun reload faster, everything that improves mobility, which you guys can see only 4 guns are top tier in mobility, which is going to be the Volk, the AK, the STG, and the Cooper. So right now, if you're looking at ranks, STG is still king. The NZ-41 is a top tier weapon, absolutely no doubt. I probably would use the Cooper over the NZ-41. So STG's first, Cooper at number 2, and NZ-41 in my top 3. So that's kind of what you guys clicked the video for. I want to start it off early to give you guys that information. Now, the one thing I want to take a look at is this rank over here, low tier. Those automatons, people finally stopped using the gun. Definitely need to be stopped using it. The XM4 was nerfed. The TTK went from, I think, 750. So it was top tier, top 6, to now being the second slowest killing gun of the top meta weapons. And that Volk probably has the best recoil, as in it literally has none. The bullet velocity is incredible. The fire rate's incredible. The range is pretty good. It just doesn't kill because it has low damage. So you're going to get no recoil. You're going to get top tier, probably the best mobility out of every assault rifle in the game. Bullet velocity is in the top of every gun in the game. The fire rate's also up there, but it doesn't kill. So it's definitely, in my opinion, a good gun. But the fact it doesn't kill, in my opinion, makes it low tier. And then we have the FARA. The FARA is horrible in the mobility category. Reload is, I think, the slowest. Mobility is decent, and the ADS is probably the slowest. So with the slowest reload, the slowest ADS, it's going to be hard to get in and out of gunfights. So in my opinion, it's just average, definitely in the top 4 of the worst meta weapons. We have the M4, which is it's average in TDK or below average, whatever we call it. Recoil is decent. The mobility of being a modern warfare weapon is pretty bad, and it just is not the fastest killing gun, so my pin's average. Same thing, Kilo M4, identical TTKs pretty much. The Kilo is actually the slowest killing gun beyond 50 meters, which is my opinion what makes it below average. It should be low tier. I don't know why I put average. It's low tier because the mobility is ass and the TTK at range is ass. So low tier there. The M13 is okay. The Grau is okay. Those are my top 10 of weapons. We have the regular STG, which I think majority of players are still using the 7.62, which the 7.62 is better. There's absolutely no reason to use the regular STG 9mm ammo. The one big huge benefit of it when you go to fastest killing guns, anywhere beyond 50 meters it will be the fastest killing weapon, but the recoil is average and the mobility is average. So in my opinion, if you want better recoil and better mobility, you're going to have to trade it out for a 50 milliseconds slower TTK, which in my opinion is going to make it easier to hit your shots. So the STG is just okay. The one guns after that, we're going to go down. We got the Cold War AK. In my opinion, top 8 mobility is incredible. With the 45 round mag is I think the fastest reloading AR with a very good ADS. And movement is Cold War gun, so it's top tier in movement speed. Range is average. Velocity is top tier. TTK is average, so in my opinion, top 8 for sure. And then we got the bar. The bar is one of the guns that became on the rise. Two major immediate negatives. Number one is the fire rate. Slowest firing gun, so you miss one bullet, TTK is tanked. Your range is 28 meters. With this gun, you have to run the recoil booster in order to get that TTK top tier, which is going to make your range and your velocity go down because you can't use a silencer. So it's pretty good there. TDK wise is incredible, top tier, and has no recoil. It's like I used it the other day just because I kept seeing everyone using it. It literally had no recoil. I should be able 100 meters away, no recoil. So I have that in my top 5. And then we have where we got the Nikita ABT, fastest fire rate, top tier range, best bullet velocity. TTK is also top tier. Recoil is not the best, does have a lot of side to side, and the mobility is below average, which is why I think a lot of people aren't going to cater to it because the recoil is not the best. You can see all these other guns in the top range have no recoil. This is the only gun that has good recoil with below average movement, and so it's in my top 8. But that bullet velocity is definitely going to help with those TTKs. Definitely a gun worth trying 100%. Then we have the AS-44, fastest firing weapon. Range is below average. Bullet velocity is average. TTK is top tier. Gun has no recoil, but mobility is average. In my top 8, definitely a good gun. So I have the Nikita and the AS-44. You guys can see are pretty much equal with that STG. TTK wise, recoil wise. The one big factor is that bullet velocity of the STG is good, and that mobility. With the mobility, your ADS movement, all that stuff, the STG is the best gun in the game, absolutely no doubt. But if these guns are competing directly next to it, I definitely think it's going to be a definitely viable class that you guys should be using. NZ-41 was covered, Cooper was covered, obviously in the top 3, and a massive surprise here. We have the Grav. The Grav after the 300 health update took an immediate jump to the fastest killing gun in the game. Bullet velocity is top tier, mobility is average, fire rate's average. That TTK up to the base range of 36 meters will be the fastest killing gun. So you compare it to these other guns here, these other 3, you guys can see they all kill within 10 milliseconds of it, but it has way better bullet velocity, so that TTK will maintain while these other guns TTK will drop due to their bullet velocity. So it's definitely going to be the fastest killing gun. Being a Cold War gun, the mobility is average or below average because the reload is atrocious, like almost 3 seconds. But top tier velocity with top tier TTK with low recoil, easy top 5 gun. So that is definitely my number 1 recommended gun to be using, the Bar and the Grav. Easily 2 guns you should definitely try out, Rebirth or Caldera. Try out the Nikita and the AS-44. But like I said, easily, no doubt, top easy guns is going to be these 3. The Cooper, the NZ-41, the 7.62 STG, no doubt. STG, in my opinion, is just the best. When you compare it directly head to head versus the other two weapons, you get a faster reload, better bullet velocity, better range, faster ADS, and faster movement. So there's very few things that these other guns can beat it at, which in my opinion is why it's number one. NZ-41 definitely took a rise into the top tier, and the Cooper is always going to be king. And the one thing with that Cooper class setup I do recommend is to try out the compressed rounds. Those compressed rounds takes your fire rate all the way up to like 960, which will take your TTK under 700, which will be the only gun that kills there. So that's pretty much it for the long range meta. Next video coming out will be the close range meta to determine which ones of these guns are the best. So like I said, if you guys do enjoy, please leave a like and a comment down below. Which of these guns are you actually using? Which you think is the best weapons right now for the long range meta?